Hey guys, how's it going? I am so excited to be bringing you this news since it ties into so much of what I've been working on lately. I'll get the big news out of the way pretty quickly, then we'll walk things back a little bit to go through what led me to this pivotal moment in my career. Let's get right into it. So, as I said, let's get the big news into the world straight away. Starting this month, well, actually in a couple weeks, as of filming this, it's early August 2026, I'll be teaching as a faculty member at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln's Korff School of Music. I'm actually filming this in my new office, which is part of a brand new state-of-the-art building that was recently completed. And I have to say, everything about my surroundings right now just feels right, correct. Like, this is the way. This is a culmination of the hard work that I've been putting in, cultivating both professional and personal relationships here in Nebraska. And also, as some of you might know, I actually started a doctoral degree here back in 2015 before I ultimately left to start my playing career with the Omaha Symphony in 2017. Shortly thereafter, I served as a one-year sabbatical replacement for the now retired bass professor at UNL, Hans Sturm, in 2018 to 2019. And what maybe even less of you know is that I actually grew up coming to Husker football games here in Lincoln with my dad as early as 1994. So, with all of that, suffice it to say that I have a lot of strong ties to this university, which makes this opportunity feel all the more special. Speaking of Hans Sturm, the bass professor that came before me, I am acutely aware of how big the shoes are that I have to fill here. Not only did I get to work with Hans as a doctoral student, I also got to see kind of how he operates as a university bass professor. Monster player aside, Hans is a top-notch pedagogue and a stupendous human being. I got to see how he runs a bass studio in a way that fosters a strong culture of camaraderie. Also, how he approaches teaching every student as an individual and is attuned to their unique strengths and weaknesses. I also watched him as a master recruiter, which led to UNL becoming the premier destination for bassists, not only in the region around Nebraska, but internationally as well. So I've got my work cut out for me to carry the torch forward here, but I'm so stoked to take what I've learned, inject some of my own personality and experience, and continue cultivating something truly special here. And Hans, if you're watching, thank you so much for everything. I owe you so much for supporting me and believing in me, even when, admittedly, I didn't always believe in myself. Speaking of Hans being a master recruiter, something I'm really excited to continue a tradition of is UNL's now 16th annual Bass Day, which is a completely free one-day event here in Lincoln where student bassists from all over the region come to play, learn, and enjoy all things bass. As you can see from the pictures, the event gets a lot of bass players on campus to interact with myself, current UNL students, guest artists, local professionals, regional music instructors. It truly is a very special day. Our official announcement is coming soon, but for now, mark your calendars for November 14th, 2026. If you're a bass student in the heartland of America, a music educator, or just know a bassist in your life that would enjoy such an event, feel free to reach out to me for information, and I'd be happy to add you to our mailing list for all the information. It's also important to note that you don't have to be a student to come enjoy this. Bassists and bass enjoyers of all ages and backgrounds are welcome to come. You can email me, DM me on Instagram, send me a note through my website, or reach out on Facebook even. As I've joked to friends and family in recent years, I'm very easy to find on the internet. Now, you might be a high school student thinking, I might want to study music in college. And if so, this section of the video is for you. I am always happy to hear from any and all students, both regionally and from afar, and I give a free bass lesson to anyone who asks. Whether you're in person here in Nebraska or over Zoom from a distance, if you're thinking about playing bass in college or are just looking for some extra guidance on your bass journey, I'd love for you to reach out anytime. Now, if you're a high school senior specifically looking to apply to UNL, feel free to ask any questions that you might have about the school, about Lincoln, or next steps on how to apply, and we'll be sure to get you the information that you need to succeed. I also wanted to include some updates about my personal life that I think are worth sharing, because they're also factors that have led me to the place that I am today. A quick glance at my channel shows that my last upload was on October 9th, 2023. And as of filming, this is almost 3 years ago, and oh man, a lot has happened since then. Here's a quick glance at some of the things I've been up to lately. As many of you probably already know, I started my full-time orchestra position as Associate Principal Bass with the Omaha Symphony in September of 2023. I also finally addressed a physical issue of mine in the form of an ulnar nerve entrapment and subsequent cubital tunnel syndrome. You know the funny bone in your elbow on the outside? That's the ulnar nerve, and mine had more or less lost all feeling completely. I had a surgery performed in December of 2024 that essentially moved my ulnar nerve out of the cubital tunnel in my elbow and over to the other side of my arm. This surgery alleviated the pain, numbness, and fatigue that I was experiencing, and after a 6-week recovery, I have been 100% fine ever since. I received tenure in my new position with the Omaha Symphony in February of 2025. I bought my first house in August of 2024. This was a big step in deciding to really set down roots here, since I love where I live, I love what I do, and I love having my family close by in Lincoln. I also discovered disc golf, of all things, as a hobby that I'm really passionate about. And I've been enjoying learning the game and participating in league events and tournaments, as well as just some casual rounds with my friends and family. By the way, my entire family plays disc golf, and it is awesome. I met a fantastic woman here in Lincoln who is the absolute love of my life. And lastly, my orchestra bass, the 1850 Jacquet that's actually behind me right now, suffered a blunt force trauma of sorts and required a full restoration of the top. It was a 3-month repair process that was expertly handled by Chris Roberts at Cincinnati Bass Cellar, and the bass has never sounded this good or been this healthy since I've owned it. And now we're here. If you want to follow along on some of my personal life, as well as see bits of cat and maybe some disc golf content, follow me on Instagram, link in the description below. And now, in honor of my new university affiliation, please enjoy There Is No Place Like Nebraska. And that about does it for today. I am stoked for what's to come with the new opportunity at UNL, and I'm also excited to get back to bringing new fresh content to this channel. If you're new here and you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, consider subscribing to the channel so you can get more bass and music content in your video feed. I hope you're having a great day today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Cheers.